Tēnā koutou katoa, no mai, haere mai. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us here at the Dunedin Ice Stadium on a beautiful winter's night. We've got some really hot action coming for you though. It's the NZIHL 2025. The Phoenix Thunder hometown team up against the visiting Botany Swarm. Two teams battling out for position on the table, which currently as it stands is extremely tight, about halfway through the season. My name is Matt Whiffen. I'm joined tonight with Leanne Goodman on her debut in the commentary box. Thank you for joining us, Leanne.
Thanks, Mike. How you going?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm excited to go. I've had a coffee because I'm still feeling a little bit jet lagged from some travel.
Oh,
so
where have you been?
I've been in America.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been in America. So, yeah, it's been a tough week.
Yeah.
But hopefully I can stay awake for this game. I'm sure I will be able to. It'll be exciting.
Didn't catch any NHL playoff games while you're up there?
No, I was not in any states within the NHL, and I wouldn't have been able to afford it anyway.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, no, was not going to be able to catch any of those. Let's have a look at the starting lineups tonight. Leanne, you've got the Phoenix Thunder there for us.
Yeah, so in net we have Toby Shook. He's back from injury, so good to have him back in the goalpost. We got Darling and Troyer. Got to have Darling in the back for his 150th game, right?
Of course.
And then we have Jackson Flight, Joe Orr, and Jacob Herring. The Jays. J-line.
J-line, yeah.
Let's go.
And as you mentioned, Leanne, it is a special occasion for Tristan Darling, who's playing his 150th game tonight. So tonight we recognise a truly special milestone. Please join me and Leanne and everyone else here in congratulating number 26, Tristan Darling, as he takes the ice for his 150th NZIHL game. Every single one proudly played in green Thunder colours. Tristan joined the Thunder as an 18-year-old in 2012, full of energy, drive and passion. Now at the tender age of 30, that fire hasn't dimmed. He continues to bring the same commitment every time he pulls on the jersey, fighting for his team, his city, and the fans who have supported him from day one. Across 150 games, Tristan has recorded 21 goals, 55 assists for 76 points. But as anyone who's watched him play will tell you, it's never just about the stats. It's the way he plays, with grit, with intensity, with heart. You always know when Tristan's on the ice. He's worn the Silver Fern, representing New Zealand, taken his game to Canada and Australia, but Dunedin has always been his home. And behind the scenes, there's been a constant. His parents, Sharon and Graham, their support has been unwavering. Sharon has looked after the boys like they were her own, making sure things got done, people got fed, and chaos got calmed. Graham's been there just as steadily, backing the team every step of the way. So tonight, it's not just Tristan's milestone, it belongs to the whole Darling family. 150 games of passion, effort and loyalty, a legacy we're incredibly proud to celebrate. Thunder fans, please rise and show your appreciation for one of your own, a Thunder lifer, a leader, a legend. 150 games, one team, one city, one Tristan Darling. Congratulations, mate. We are proud of you.
Yeah, he totally deserves it. A solid D-man, holds that blue line like a legend.
Not afraid to play physical as Tristan Darling. We've always seen him put the body on the line. And now let's have a look at the starting lineup this night for the Botany Swarm. Starting in net for her 9th game this season, Grace Harrison, number 29, gets the nod. At the back, Stefan Tula and Remy Sandoy. And in the middle, Michael Adwell, a legend in his own right. Alongside number 3, Balint Bakodzdi, the import player, and number 28, Andre Kozak. Good starting lineup there for the Botany Swarm. They're locked in at 18 points so far on the season after 8 games, I think. We've got the table there in front of us. I'll go to flick through a few more pages. Yeah, the Swarm, 8 games played, 15 points, And the Thunder, 8 games played for 12 points. So,
not a far gap between the teams.
yeah, what are the Admirals and Swarm tied? Admirals and Stampedes tied on 18 points. So this weekend's action is pretty important for those standings. Yeah. Thunder would like to get 2 wins under their belt to go up to that 18-point mark. And Swarm, if they can win at least one, they keep that gap there for their 3rd place. We're underway here. Game 1 of the weekend. Swarm against the Thunder. Swarm moving it around behind the back just to look for some momentum up ice.
Ooh, dangerous. Good recovery by Darling.
First look for the Thunder with the puck. They send it in. Starting lineup will go for a change. Thula put it to the feet of Bigstead, but able to recover and get it out. Stigman, leading defensive scorer for the year, just called for offside as he entered the zone.
Yeah, 15 points.
Tied with Daigle, isn't he?
Oh, Daigle's one ahead.
Is he one ahead?
Yep, 16 to 15.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, nice.
I'm
Stigman
sure
has most goals, though.
Yes, but I'm sure that will change tonight, right?
Yeah, Stigman loves to score 10
Yeah.
10 goals on 8 games.
There's no saying you can't do it after watching them the past few weeks.
Play in behind for the Thunder. Off the feet and comes out for the Swarm. They move it up ice. Dalmatau fighting for the puck along the side. Batted down out of the ear by Enright. Swarm bring it back in. Trying to get the centre in pass. Doesn't get there. Still there for the Swarm. Turn it back in behind. Stigman is on the player. Comes back to Simon. Keeps it in. Comes out in front, and it's in the legs of Toby Shook, and gets a cover, gets a whistle. Puck ended up in the back of the net there, but that was after the whistle.
Yeah. Good to see him stop something for the first game back.
Yeah, just sort of dribbled out in front of him, and he kind of just dropped down on it.
Yeah, just what it needs to warm up and then get into it.
Rocking the bright yellow pads. How do you?
What a look.
It's like a caution sign, isn't it? You know,
stay away.
Watch out for Toby Shook. Adam Stitley got a stick on that, pass to the back and moves it up. And
good
thrown ahead by Jack Lewis. Puck comes out of the zone though. Looks like it's going to go all the way down for icing. And we get a whistle. Thunder will head back to the offence of zone. A little bit of a different look here with Ian Order centering a line between Jack Lewis and Adam Stitley.
We'll see what they can do.
Yep, Orders has spent a lot of time up the front with Cole Beckstead this year, so a younger line with these players together.
I have to say, I have been really enjoying Stitley up front. He's been super fast and he's just looked supernatural in the forward position. Yeah,
I think he's found his position there.
Yeah.
Nice pass to Lewis. Couldn't get the back pass to Orders. Cleared out by the Swarm. It's going to go all the way back down. It'll be another icing against the Swarm, so they won't be able to get the change that they so desperately want. You're right about Adam Stitley. His hands are quick.
Yep.
He's been making some sweet, nice little passes from his preferred right-hand wing.
Yeah.
Much more settled in that position than he did, and then he looked on defence when he used to play there.
I'm sure he'll make some magic with Ian Ordis as well in the centre.
Darling couldn't quite keep the puck in the air as he stepped up. Going after this one is Hurrying. Turned back by Reed. And it's Pekodski with it. In the corner. Goes back across to Thula. Darling in his 50th game. Off the boards to Hurrying. Nowhere to go, but he steps to the middle. Gets it to Schroyer, who takes a shot. It's loose in front, and Haring couldn't get anything on it. Follow-up shot by Jackson Flight goes wide.
Some great opportunities there.
Michael Atwell up the middle. Pooh moves it to the left, and they're offside though as they enter the zone. So the whistle goes.
Yeah, Thunder looking good here. Staying in Swarm's D zone. You don't want to get them out.
Cole Beckstead will take the draw up against Evan Carroll, another import for the Botany Swarm. Be looking to make an impact tonight.
Am I right in saying that Cole's usually a wing?
When he playing with Ian, yes, Ian takes a lot of draws. I think they play pretty fluid though. Cole was definitely a driver of the play. He's a playmaker.
Yep.
You know, these are the sorts of details I usually rely on my colour commentator to keep an eye on me for me. He's definitely got the skills, Cole Beckstead, to play any position.
Yes. He's so fast in the hands.
Great skating ability. Morgan Blair tried to turn it up ice, but Dalmatel took it away. Chance here for the Swarm. Trying to rim it around. Backhand shot goes wide by Dalmatel. And I think we've got the net off the mooring, so we've got a whistle here. But a dangerous chance there for the Swarm. Trying to test Toby Shook with that wraparound, who hasn't had a lot of game time. So maybe they think he's going to be a bit slow moving across the crease there. And then another opportunity for Dalmatel, just went wide. Chris Eden coming up the left-hand side, trying to dance around Luke Simon. Holds it, leaves it for Max Haring. Max Haring goes down low to Enright. Captain back, up top to Regan Wilson, whose shot is blocked by number 16, Josh Steen.
Oh, hits the linesman's skates, unfortunately.
Chris Eden will click this one on the half boards, and he'll play it up ice. Finds Adam Stiley, enters the zone. He's got
good hold.
Nice pass across to Wilson, who couldn't collect it. In Ortis trying to get the loose puck, but it's taken away from him. Kept in by Lewis. Goes across the front of the goal. Wilson there to Ortis. Up the boards. Haring has a low shot and played out in behind by Grace Harrison. Comes back out in front. Stiley turns it back. Lewis up to the point for Stiley. Stiley throws it towards the net, intercepted by the Swarm. Still there for the Thunder. Nice play by Lewis. Steps in, takes a shot, and a nice save from Harrison. Forced to make a save there off that shot that got through traffic. Swarm able to get out of the zone and get a couple of changes. Jumping it in is Kyle March on Shook. Makes a save. Schroyer across to Darling. Darling up to Haring. Had it knocked away from his stick. Gets another opportunity here. Nice play up to Ortis. Ortis gets it. He wants to change though, so he just goes for the dump and change play. Fly. Trying to look to the top of Schroyer. Stepping in was Joe Orr, just sniping that puck away from Schroyer, who looked to be lining it up. Tip. Oh, what a save from Harrison. Off the tap by Joe Orr. See that glove, Liani?
Harrison is so sturdy in net. She was insane at the Worlds in Dunedin a few weeks ago. Well, it's been well more than a few weeks, but she was insane.
Still fresh in my mind. And, she
I
played
had so much fun watching that.
She was outstanding, and she proves night in, night out, playing against top quality opponents, just how good she is. Probably, pound for pound, I don't know if you can use that term, but probably New Zealand's greatest goalkeeper, the way she plays at such a high level, through college and everything like that. She's just amazing.
Okay, I just got to say that having two women as their goalkeepers for this team is just an achievement in itself.
Morgan Blair with a shot that goes wide, got it through traffic. Stegman faked the shot, steps through the middle, gets it to Blair, shoots, scores! Morgan Blair can't stop scoring at the moment. That's his third in a couple of games. And his sister here on the camera is stoked. Morgan Blair with a one-time shot. That was beautiful, Yanni.
The gates are open and the goals are rolling through for Morgan Blair.
Stegman just set him up so good. There it is. Oh, yeah, that was
Beautiful.
lovely. So Morgan Blair hadn't scored an NZIHL goal until the last games for the Thunder, where he got 2 up against the Admirals in a losing effort up there, unfortunately.
He makes it look like he's done it all the time, though.
Oh, that was
beautiful.
That was nice. His first goal was actually a bit of a unfortunate one for him in terms of, not really much to write home about, as it took 2 deflections off the opposition to find the back of the net, but it still counts.
A goal's a goal.
His second one was much nicer.
Yeah.
He stepped in from the blue line
Got
and
the confidence.
rifled it past the glove, I think. And that one there, that's as nice as you get, isn't it?
That's insane. A wide open goal, beautiful one-time shot. What more can you ask for?
I think we all dream about those sorts of goals, don't we?
Yeah, now Dilling.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd just be happy to get a connection. The timing's awful with the one-timers,
Yeah.
There wasn't a big slap shot though, was it? It was more of
just
just
a
like
drive-through.
Yeah, that was so nice. Anyway, enough of that. We got back to action here with the Thunder up by 1 after that Morgan Blair goal. Swarm want to bounce back here. Eden looks back to Wilson. Big pass up by Sir Enright, who's fired it hard across ice, but intercepted. He comes down with Towel. That looked offside, but he's got away with it. Takes a shot, and it's right into the pads of Shook with an easy save.
Kind of wanted to see Enright into the zone there. He had a lot of time, but yeah.
He was a bit flat-footed on that far side, so, he was looking at the far side for that player coming up with speed, but it's a tough one. You ring side-to-side pass like that, it's got to have to be accurate.
Yeah.
Knocked away from Stephen, and Thula will play it down low for the Swarm. They lose it in behind the net, and now comes Ortis, who finds Sebastian Stephen. Tried to get it towards the net, but he fanned on the pass. And the battle ensues along the boards.
We got Cody Bick out on the ice. His first game back since Worlds. Is that right?
Yes, he's a rare start for Cody Bick, but good to see the young man get out there.
Yeah.
Need to see those young players get more game time as, the older players start to retire. Not that there's too many of those in the Thunder.
It's perfect timing with these imports as well. They've got so much stuff you can learn off, so it's good to see them out there.
Yeah, he's a young defender.
Yeah.
We've got 2 great defending imports in Luke Stegman and Mark Schroyer. I'm sure they're imparting a lot of knowledge on the young man. Not just him, but others as well.
Yeah.
It's not that long ago they were saying the same thing about Morgan Blair, just, joining the team. He's not that old either.
Look at him now.
Schroyer fakes a shot, flicks one through and into the glove of Grace Harrison, who makes the comfortable save. Oh, that's right. We've got I don't have to bend down and turn sideways to look at the clock now. We've got a screen in front of us. So 11 minutes 12 to go in the first period. Shots 5-3 in favour of Phoenix Thunder. The score 1-0, of course. Face-off goes to the Swarm. Comes around the boards to Kozak. Turned it back, but Flight's going to be the first one there. Tried to turn it through the legs to the middle of the paint. Knocked away from Wimmer by Orr. And they get the puck out through the Swarm. Here comes Wimmer entering the zone. Kozak's going towards the net on the right-hand side. Couldn't corral the puck. Fired it back towards the front, but it came off the side of the net. To the front, off the feet, and out to the middle. Here comes Joe Orr. He's got hurrying in behind him. Left it behind. Schroyer picks it up. Pressure on him. Turns it back down low. Doesn't get to hurry though. It's Simon making the pass across ice for the Swarm. Swarm pushed into the corner. Not a lot of room to move down there. Schroyer gets it out to Orr. Orr steps to the middle. Taken away from him. Pass across. One-time shot just goes wide of the post. That was number 3, the import, Balin Pakodsky, who fired it just wide past the blocker.
I think the other import was the one that passed it, right?
Yeah, number 22, Evan Carroll. He fought hard on that back check, I suppose you could call it, in the still in the offensive zone, just battled the puck away. Here's Carroll now on the draw. Doesn't get it clean, and Koptev has to work hard to try and get it back. Downward towel, we've seen him score some wonderful goals in the NZIHL. Lost it. Bigstead with some pace. Gets to Enright. Enright across to Eden. Oh, and he can't handle the pass.
I think that's what he was trying to do earlier and got it done there.
Just an awkward collection for Eden on the pass here. Just seemed to be bouncing there at the stick level.
Maybe another one?
Another one. Here we go. This time it's Bigstead.
Beautiful.
Bigstead across the front of the paint. Enright couldn't get anything on it. Eden back to the point. Shot on. Kicked out wide. Still there in front. Here comes Eden. Backhand shot. Loose on the side and it's in. Cole Bigstead got the pass from Eden or the rebound and put it home.
Good teamwork on the ice tonight.
I almost ran out of breath on that play. It was just going across the front of the blue paint and then back in the middle. 2-0 lead. Here's Chris Eden getting the loose paint. Oh, it was a shot and a rebound out to Bigstead. Well, that line change is starting to create some difficulties for the Swarm, isn't it? They're looking pretty good. Bigstead, Eden and Enright.
It's good vision from the Thundermen coach for this, though. Obviously working.
Captain Matt Enright getting involved in the play, making some wonderful cross-ice passes, looking really good. Turnover by the Swarm. Walked in by Ortis, who shoots it to the far side and it goes wide. Back down low for Lewis. And behind for Ortis. There's no one at the point. It's going to come all the way out. Max Hurrian will skate back and collect this. Makes a big pass up ice, but there's no one there. And we've waved this one off because Swarm player kind of left it. Taking a big hit there was Adam Stiley. He's going to leave the ice. I don't think he's in any pain. It's just a line change on his behalf. Here comes Podkodsky. Plays it back. Big shot from Simon. Hit Shook and comes out.
Shook looking like a brick wall tonight. Especially with his height.
He's a big brick wall, isn't he? He's Lewis, big probably yellow. At the end of his shift, needs to get this off, get it deep and go. Doesn't get it in deep, and he'll get a change though as Swarms passes off the stick. Simon with Joe War hassling him all the way, gets it across. And Wimmer just trying to fire this one in. Bigstead dancing around, goes to the backhand, puts it back in front, it's loose, and the Swarm will get it out. Kozak leaves it for Atwell. Atwell puts it ahead, plays it to himself, and behind, takes a shot from Schroyer. Stays on his feet, gets it to Kozak. Plays it up to Hay at the point. No shot, so he passes it back down. Hay is surrounded. Shot comes through, looking for the tip in front was Atwell, and it goes wide. Bigstead tried to centre that one. It's at the feet of the players there, and it'll come out. Koptev gets it back to Hay. And Koptev moves it across to Cole Reid. Looking for the big pass. Finds downward towel. Will he try and walk Darling? Steps around Ian Ortis and fires a low shot wide. Follows up and puts the head in. Swarm have kept it in. Darling up the boards to Eden. Can't get it out. Thula lost it at his feet though, and it comes back to the neutral zone. Sandoy had to fight to get that puck free, and he does. William Barry on the ice. Another young player getting a start here. Eden Can't dance around Thula, who had a good stick. Broke up the play. Big pass up. Ice looking for Dalmatel. Doesn't get to the man. Stegman with a shot. Hard shot. Hit the cage of Grace Harrison, I think. Coming out in front. Couldn't get it there. Was Will Barry. And Swarm looking for the big floating passes. Can't get it through the fence. Still on the zone. Thunder are all bogged up together. You could throw a blanket over them. And they'll get a change. Ian Ortis leaves the ice. Surprised Grace Harrison didn't shake the helmet off after taking that shot square in the middle of the helmet there.
Yeah.
Big set. Flight going towards the net. Doesn't get to him though. Luke Simon does a good job breaking up the play. Played out to the middle by Sebastian Stephen. Here's Luke Simon. Enters the zone. Can't get around Stegman, who put the hit in, and Morgan Blair will pick it up. Gets it to Bigstead, who finds Hurring. Hurring's got one man to beat, but no support. Couldn't get it through the legs of Wimmer. Swarm move it up ice. Knocked away from Wimmer by Flight, but he recovers. And finds Rawiti. Rawiti lost it at his feet. He's turned it over to Flight. Flight's got her into the middle. And a pass to the feet of Joe Orr. Here comes number 3, Pakodsky. His shot into the chest of Toby Shook. And then the recovery pass up the middle gets tipped ahead by Flight, and he'll go for a change. Swarm, these long passes they're trying to make, these big breakout passes, starting to work now. Atwell puts it to the middle, knocked away by Darling. Lewis couldn't quite find Ortis, is picked up by Kozak. Finds Pakodsky. His centering pass is off the feet of Lewis. Still there for the Swarm with Kozak. Fights him in the corner to win it to Atwell, who gets it back to Cole. Cole steps in. Trying to step to the middle, knocked off his stick, but he recovers, picks it up, trying to play it down into the corner. Pakodsky trying to step to the middle, he does, he steps it in, and he thought he put it home. It's gone over the top on the second shot, and the Thunder have got away with it. Here comes Mark Schroyer. Gets it to Lewis, but Lewis is just slid a little bit too far over the blue line, and it'll be an offside whistle.
Got to say that Swarm are doing really well to recover there every time they lost the puck. That almost had a goal opportunity there. Or they did have a goal opportunity, but...
Yeah, I thought Pakodsky had actually got that one in.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I saw.
It is arguable, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure what I saw there, but the recovery shot just went up over the bar. Well, we got 3 minutes 45 left in the first period. Thunder up by 2. Remember, you can head to the NZIHL.com webpage and you can follow the directions through the menu to the stats page. Get the Hydra link where you can follow along with all the decisions made by the referee and the goal scorers and their associated assisters. I'll probably jump on that in the break so I can get the assist for the Morgan Blair goal. Here he is shooting again. Played out by Harrison and hits the net in behind, and we'll get another whistle.
Yeah, you can see Morgan's confidence has just come leaps and bounds, right? And he's taking those shots. He wants another goal, you know. And I'm sure he'll get another one. But I don't want to jinx it.
Playing with Luke Steedman,
yes.
You're definitely going to get opportunities. The guy knows how to create.
Yeah.
And he showed us on that guy. Here comes Morgan Blair again. Ooh, just lost it as it bobbled on him. Plays it across to Stegman. Fan favourite here, Luke Steedman. He's been probably signing more autographs than any other player maybe this year with his playmaking ability and big shots too.
Number fifth in the league for penalties as well.
Oh, really? As a defenseman, that's kind of half the course, really, isn't it?
Probably not as bad as number 13 on the Admirals with 43 minutes as a forward.
Ooh, that is rough. That is rough. Dalmatown almost got an intercept there. Here's William Barry back on the ice with Eden and Ortis. A bit of a change up in lines here. Ortis tried to play back to Hurring. Hurring does enough to get the attention of Dalmatown and break up the play. Now you definitely don't want to let Ivan Dalmatown have a clean break because he's got some really good hands. He'll make some dangerous plays. Regan steps in, gets the puck down low. William Barry's still on the ice, got it knocked away from his stick by number 22, sorry, that's Carroll. Carroll tried to find Rawati, but just away from his stick. Hurrying and puts it around the boards for Will Barry. Will Barry's got Sebastian Stephen through the middle. Couldn't find him. And Rawati will throw this one back in. Big Sid pulls up in behind the net. And with 90 seconds to go, he finds Chris Eden. Chris Eden's really got anyone coming with him. Tried to feed it through to Regan Wilson. Couldn't do so. Enright with it in the corner. Gets it up to Darling. Darling shoots straight into the pads of Rawati, and Rawati's got a chance to beat Regan Wilson one-on-one. He takes a long shot. It's come off the arm pad of Shook, and a follow-up chance for the Swarm goes big in as the puck was just bouncing awkwardly for them. Jumping on this one is Matt Enright. He pulls up. Leaves it for Bickstead. Doesn't like the down low play, so he comes up top. Plays it across to Stegman. Bounces over his stick. Couldn't get it to Eden. Here's a chance for Andre Kozak. He's got Joe Walk coming on. Takes a hard shot and off the pads of Shook, who makes another good save. Had to be made there. Another chance. Here's the Remy Sandoy put one off the pads. Down front again. Sandoy couldn't quite corral it. Swarm with a number of opportunities. Chris Eden trying to show some toe. Beats one. Goes to the forehand. It's loose. Where's the puck? I think Grace Heron has got it. It's under her pads. She's fallen all over the place. And eventually the whistle goes. I think the puck was under her pads. She didn't know where it was, and she was lucky she didn't actually make it go into the net herself.
She did well to hold it there, as well as you can do. It's all over the floor.
Right near the end of the period, Chris Eden with a great opportunity showed his pace. Went forehand, backhand, and then back to the forehand. Couldn't get it through Grace Harrison. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. Surely, no way they missed that one. Stegman shoots off the pads of Harrison. Cole Bickstead has it, running out of time, puts it towards the net. And I have no idea how Stegman did not get a penalty for that slash.
That was very blatant.
It was egregious.
Yeah, and you can look at, is it Ivan's face straight at the ref going, what the heck?
Was it Ivan Dalmatow, was it? Yeah, he had the stick snapped in half by Stegman, who did not want to give him a breakaway. And, somehow got away with it. But, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But got to take the opportunity when you can.
Toby's looking great tonight, got to admit, for some guy who's been off, I don't know how long, but he's doing amazing between the pipes tonight. He
pulled a muscle, a bicep in the warm-up games against the Marco, I believe.
Oh.
And he hasn't been he had surgery even, so it was like...
Oh, if he's back playing, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's impressive to come back, and a good performance so far. He saved 10 shots so far. So we're going to have a bit of a break. The ice will get groomed, and then we're going to come back for a performance by Hannah Syme, a figure skater of much talent. That'll be in a couple of minutes. We'll get the ice nice and smooth for her, so she's got a fresh sheet to work with and show us her talents. We'll be back soon for that. Don't go away, folks. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you soon.
just need time.
If you love me, good, good, good. With the moon and the sun comes up, then I love you too. I do, 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 do. Come on, get me in a mood, 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 mood. I don't wanna think about the world before you. Tunnel vision, I only know you lying in my arms like I won the lottery. Wonder if you ever get lightheaded at the
All right, folks. Prepare to be dazzled by New Zealand representative Hannah Syme performing a beautiful ice dance. No mai hoki mai. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that beautiful performance by Hannah Syme, New Zealand representative and figure skating, and famous for being on the front of the ice stadium here in Dunedin, Liani.
Oh, and we know.
So, after one period, it's the home team, the Phoenix Thunder, up by 2, courtesy of goals by Morgan Blair, who was looking at the stats page, which you can find on NZIHL. It was assisted by Luke Stegman, but they haven't given it to Luke.
Unassisted, that's right.
They've given it to him unassisted.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, it was an absolute beautiful pass into the wheelhouse for him to
I don't know how
one
you
time.
missed that.
And then Cole Bigstead scored off a rebound from Christopher Eden. That assist has been given to Luke Stegman. So Stegman moves into top defensive scorer if they do eventually give him that, they retroactively give him that assist on Morgan Blair's goal. You were talking to Regan Wilson earlier in the week. You got a wee bit of a quote from Regan there, Liani.
Yeah, he was just kind of talking about how critical this point in the season is. The coaches are setting pretty clear expectations, and the boys all know their roles, and moving into the next 8 games they just need to stick with the vision and play their systems. So let's see if they follow through on that.
Yeah, hockey is pretty much about sticking to those systems, you know, because if you stick to the systems, good things tend to happen. You know, you make solid plays, good plays and smart plays. Big thanks to one of our major sponsors this year, of course, the Phoenix Organics Drinks. Proud sponsor, naming sponsor of the Phoenix Thunder for another year. Big thank you to them. Of course, my name is Matt Whiffen, and this is Liani Goodme joining me tonight, her first time on the commentary. She's doing a wonderful job so far. I hope you're enjoying the call. We're underway for period 2. Swarm need to get on the board to get themselves into this game. Nice in flight. Plays it up the boards and Thunder will get it out. So to Jacob Hurring, takes a shot along the boards from Atwell.
Ice seems a bit slippery at the moment still. But
Yeah, hopefully it's not wet in behind the goals. That can quite happen.
yeah.
Jacob Hurring got an opportunity on their play in the end as it was stolen by Joe Ward down low. Here's an opportunity here for Cole Beckstead. He's got Jackson Flight with him. Left it behind him. Goes across ice. Couldn't find Stigman. Stigman will play it back down low. Up the boards by the Swarm. And here they come. They've got numbers, but Beckstead's back there to help out. Nice pass.
Whoa.
And a backhand shot. And a goal for the Swarm on the board nice and early. It's Evan Carroll opening the scores for the Swarm.
Well, I think Swarm is sticking to their systems, and it obviously is working out for them.
That was really nice. Just Carroll drove towards the net, just hanging out on that far side, and he just, dragged it past Toby Shook. He went out to try and poke the puck. Couldn't get anything on it. 2-1 here early in the second period. A minute and 4 seconds in. Puck down into the Swarm zone for Simon. Makes the pass across. Blair finds Eden. Goes back to Blair. And he's got Enright posted up on the blue line and he sends it in. Limit trying to play it across to Simon. Lost it and Eden lost it back. Here comes Simon. Gets it to Dalmatau. Dalmatau into the middle for Simon. Simon, backhand pass across number 21. That is Koptev. Another dangerous looking play for the Swarm. Sharp early on in the second period. Stigman tried to play it to himself and lost it to March. March couldn't get it out. Taking a shot was Beckstead. And here's March again. Through the middle. Misdirected pass goes to Stigman. Enright steps in, puts it softly in towards goal, but it was offside anyway, so we'll get a whistle. And early on, Liani, Swarm like they're on their game.
Mm-hmm.
Very early.
Yep.
And the second period, of course, second period.
Obviously had a rack up from the coach.
The coaches, it always helps.
Yeah.
It always helps.
Bit of boost in the team morale.
Head to the Phoenix Thunder Instagram page at @PhoenixThunder_NZIHL where you can vote for your player of the day, brought to you by real estate agent Dan Ferguson from Property Brokers. That is the Instagram page at @PhoenixThunder_NZIHL. Vote for your player of the day. Early contenders, of course, Morgan Blair with that wonderful one-time goal and big set as well. But can't forget Luke Stigman. I've got him for 2 assists so far. Puck falls to the feet of the Swarm players as the Thunder had a couple of players coming on fast, but weren't able to get there in time. They have to retreat all the way back. Misdirected pass. It's there for the Swarm. Regan off the boards, picked off by Kozak. Couldn't find the player in the middle.
Ooh.
Kozak brings it to the middle, and a save from Shook as Kozak tried to get it back in front. Kozak doing a lot of work in behind the net, spinning away from Ortis.
Ortis doing a great job sticking to him.
Play in front for Atwell, turns around and shoots, and it's in the pads of Shook. He's got it covered, and they'll bring a whistle on that line there, looking really dangerous. They've got the top players out there with Kozak, the imports, Pakodsdy and Atwell. They're missing a few players, unfortunately. The Swarm on this trip, missing a couple of dangerous players. Marcus McDonald, one of the young players from the New Zealand team at the Worlds, not travelling. Cole Johnson. Turnaround shot from the Swarm doesn't go through, but a good save from Shook. Johnson always a good performer, solid performer for the Swarm, and they're missing them to this weekend, so having to make do with a shorter bench, the Swarm. Evan Carroll lost it as he maybe looked to fire it. Tried to dance around Darling, who just used the body to keep him away. Step into the middle. Simon, nice move, takes a shot and it goes wide. Carroll collects, gets it to Wimmer. Wimmer shoots from long range and Shook with another save. Swarm carry on their strong play in the second period, looking good at collecting pucks, retrieving pucks and keeping the Thunder down in their own zone, Leone.
They haven't been getting the chance to break out very well, but I'm sure it'll come.
Haven't yet to see a penalty this game, so we won't even bother talking about the power play percentages just yet. Maybe that'll come this period. Stegman looks across to Eden. Eden's going to bring it up ice. Almost turned it over. Blair tried to drive towards the net, took it in behind.
Hungry for his second one.
Yeah, you can just feel he's a little bit more comfortable skating the puck. Eden has it at his feet. He's tied up though. Swarm take a shot. It goes wide. And Kyle March fighting for the turnover. Stegman eventually wins it. Gets to Enright. Enright gets around one. Can't get around the second. Kyle March on the back check. Turned it over. Recovered and puts it around the boards with Morgan Blair. Will pick it up. Trying to get around one. Got it to Enright, who put it down in behind the net. Turnover, Chris Eden to Bigstead, who got it to Enright, who slap shoves right into the pads of Harrison. Cleared up high and out of the zone by the Swarm. They'll look to get a change, turning up ice quickly as Stegman off the skates of Eden. Knocked out a thin air by Ian Ordis, but couldn't collect it. Just didn't fall friendly for him. Simon does well to get it to Wimmer. Nice pass across to Bakodsti, who takes a shot. It goes across the face of the goal and wide. Picks it up again, trying to get it across to Kozak. Plays it up to Cole. Puts a low shot in, knocked away by Shook. Kozak turned it back to the front of the net, but it misses everyone. Finds Stitley, and he looks across to Lewis. Lewis takes a shot.
Still has a puck on the floor.
Still had it. Did well. Just delayed enough to give his teammates time to get back.
Good stretch pass there.
Kozak steps to the middle. Oh, and the player on the back door, Atwell, there again, all alone. Thunder really need to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, it kind of feels like they're just losing their man at the top of the goal, you know. Can be quite dangerous.
Puck watching rather than keeping an eye on the player they're assigned to. Wilson hard around the boards. It's going to come all the way to flight just on the blue line. Is it still in the zone? It is still in the zone, and that's not good enough. Got to get that out over that blue line. Down Wattow. Turns it back down for Carroll. Tries to evade Wilson, who puts him into the boards. Trying to fight through, get the puck out of the zone. Joe Ward turns back up ice into trouble. Doesn't get it out. Kept in. Here come the Swarm again. Down Wattow. Moves it to Koptev, who takes a shot. Saved by Shook, but there's a rebound out to the side. Back out in front, just through the feet of Dalmatau. To Sandoy. Keeps it in. Dalmatau put a backhand shot towards the net and it falls to the feet of Regan Wilson, who gets it to Hurring. And Thunder able to move it out. Hurring trying to fight through the defenders.
Defenders did well there to hold him back. Just great body position there.
Darling across to Schroyer, who's going to send this one in hard. Grace Harrison will stop it on in behind the net.
I think Corral's getting off now. Seemed like he was on for quite a long time.
Darling across to Schroyer. High flip up ice. Simon gets it up ice. Swarm with a shot. Goes in behind the net. Back to the front. It was Koptev there all alone.
Again, getting their player.
Too many unmarked men in the second period for the Thunder's liking. I would imagine coach will want to have a word with his players. Schroyer reverses it for Eden. Eden to the middle for Enright. To Bigstead. Back to Eden. Eden takes his time and his shot is in behind the net. Bigstead has it to, plays it back to Eden, and a hard shot hits the shoulder of Kyle March from Darling up the middle. Comes out of the zone for Schroyer. Going to take his time here, wind up the legs and walk it in. Gets in behind, gets taken to the boards by Wimmer. Stitley is there now, trying to win the puck. Schroyer goes for a change. Bigstead will jump in there.
Stitley doing well to hold it there till we got some help.
To the point for Stegman, walking it in, can't get the shot through. Morgan Blair couldn't collect it, just popped out into the neutral zone. Here comes Morgan Blair, walking it down the side. Where is the puck? It's still on the half boards. Comes out of the zone now. A bit messy there on the boards for a second there. Stitley, I couldn't move it across. Here comes Ian Ortis, trying to get it to the front for Blair. Couldn't do so, and it's in behind the net. Eden knocked it out of mid-air. It's there for Ortis in the corner. Trying to find Stegman, who was waiting at the top of the circle. Stegman plays it back down low. Comes around the boards, and it's there for Lewis in the corner. Trying to get around one, but Simon uses the body well. Ortis sent it to the middle, but there's no one there for the Thunder. That'll go all the way back down.
Much needed change for Swarm there.
Yeah, they were probably
being hounded.
Absolutely gassed in that shift there.
Thunder done well to keep it in for so long.
Joe Wall with speed. Oh, he's turned it over to the back door for Pekodski. Couldn't collect it. It's at his feet. And a dangerous turnover there. Cole. Zodsky. His shot is knocked out of the middle. Loose puck is picked up by Flight, who made the pass out of the zone, but couldn't be picked up by the man on the blue line. And we'll have an icing here as the Swarmer gummed up just there trying to enter the zone. Halfway through period 2, Swarmers stormed back in this game in a big way in that first 10 minutes, but last couple shifts certainly going the Thunder way.
14 shots to 13. Getting pretty close there.
Top line out there for the Thunder with Bigstead, Eden and Enright. Puck was played out of the zone by the Swarm, so we'll have a face-off again. This time it's going to be on the Swarm side of halfway. Caught up with Morgan Blair after the game up in Auckland. And he was pretty honest about his 2-goal performance. He said he was just glad to get the goals. In his own words, the first one wasn't that good of a goal, but he was stoked to redeem himself with the second. You could tell it was a real weight off his shoulders. It's been way too long to have that many games without a goal. But, you just know that eventually as a defenseman firing them from the point, one of them is going to take a lucky bounce. And it's exactly what happened. And in this case, it was 2 lucky bounces. Eden's clear up ice, doesn't get through. It's Thula stepped in to the middle, shot, and into the pads of Shuck, and no rebound there. And again, the Phoenix Thunder just guilty of not picking up the player.
I think coach is going to have a word with them in the changing rooms.
Just not that careful with the puck on the clear up the boards there, and then it led to a turnover, which was a golden opportunity for the Swarm. It's some really good opportunities for the Swarm. Some A-plus chances. They just haven't completed them for their own liking.
Great pass.
It could be up 3-2 here with the chances they've had. Oh, nice move from Evan Carroll. Backhand shot is a bit weak, but it goes towards the net anyway, and that's dangerous. It's in behind for Sandoy. Goes behind the back, and Drew McMillan will be loving it. Loves a bit of Remy Sandoy, does Drew McMillan. One of his favourite players. Eden plays it up to Enright. He'll bring it into the zone. He's got Bigstead behind for a trailer. Looking to the centre for Chris Eden. Eden and Enright. Oh, Josh and Evelyn. Nightmare with those names. Swarm turn it over. Big Sid has it. Across the top, leaves it for Schroyer. For Enright. Trying to get it to the centre for Schroyer, who's taken up the middle spot. It's gone over the head of Darling. He has to chase this one back with Koptev chasing after him. Pulls up behind the net and waits for his team to get a change.
Oh, good.
Finds
job by
Ordis.
Ordis.
Oh, just offside. Sebastian Stephen just a little bit ahead of the play there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see Ordis' frustration there, setting up the play, taking it all the way in just to end up on offside. I can
he had the pace
totally
too.
understand the frustration.
Another big thank you to one of our sponsors, Kia Photos. Andrew Mackay doing a great job taking beautiful photos, which will get posted on all the socials from the weekend. He's available for sports photography, performance photography. Give a call to Kia Photos for your next photo shoot. Fun to have the puck behind their own net. And Max Harron will put it along the boards and get it out of the zone. That seems waved off. Rich Simon takes a hit but keeps the puck in his possession and puts it around the board for Kozak. Kozak has got Joe Ward draped over the back of him, but he comes away with the puck after a second. Here comes Kodsty. He throws it into the corner. Here he is with the puck for Kodsty. He takes a shot, and I think it might have took a deflection. Chopping it back in front was Kozak. Stephen gets it to flight, and it's bouncing on him, and he's lost it.
Corral's so speedy on those pickups.
Oh, it was shot on, and Toby Shuck covers up the rebound as it came off his chest. He's not a big guy even, Corral, but he's very, very
so
tricky.
Fast.
He can stop on a dime, and yeah, he's got quick feet.
Yeah, definitely making an impact for the Swarm tonight.
He's out there taking the face off. He's got Ivan Delmatow on his right and trying to catch the number on his left. Number 21 is Dima Koptev. Joe Waugh can't keep the puck away from Cowan. He puts it in front for Delmatow, but he couldn't get anything on it. Couldn't get the stick there. Here's Hay. Hay fires a long shot, but there's too much traffic. It bounces off to the side. Jackson flight up to Jacob Haring. Plays it to himself. Puts it down into the corner. Look to the middle, and a shot on by Joe Waugh, but into the glove of Grace Harrison. I'm not sure if Joe Waugh got a lot on that as it went to the front. As I said, I was talking to Morgan Blair during the week, and we asked what he's been driving his strong form this season. He's been putting a big focus on his awareness and reading the game better, creating more space and time to make plays that actually impact the scoreboard. He's also credited a boost in confidence with the puck over the past few years, which has really helped him step up, and we've seen that in the last game when he scored the 2 goals, and in this game as well. He's certainly been carrying the puck well. Looking ahead to this weekend's matchup with the Swarm, one of the more physical teams in the league. He said it's all about being fearless, no holding back. In his words, if you go in with doubt, the other team's already won, and I hate losing more than anything. You've got to love that mindset from Morgan Blair, don't you?
Cannot blame him on that front.
Yeah, you got to be brave.
Yeah.
You know, if you go half-hearted into these contacts, you're going to come off second best.
I got to say, I've been loving the chemistry between him and Stegman as well. You can see that's really also helped with getting those goal-scoring opportunities, and it's working for him. Oh,
Chris Eden has to dodge the linesman, and he passes off to Stegman. He'll play it ahead. Big Sid puts the shot on.
no penalty.
No penalty there. Looked pretty clean. The player's gone down. Now, Remy Sandu is a big unit. Takes a lot to knock him down. Dula in behind takes a shot from Morgan Blair, and there's that, no half-hearted hits. That was a good one. Eden brings it in, leaves it for Blair. Blair goes to the backhand, back to the front, and doesn't get there, and Grace Harron will cover the puck in behind her.
Oh, getting a bit rowdy there.
Yeah, we've seen a few big shots in the last shift, didn't we? So things maybe turning a little bit more physical during this game.
Not opposed, it makes the game more exciting.
Next games for the NZIHL next weekend, we've got on June 20th and 21st, the Stampede versus the Red Devils up there in Queensland, and on the 21st and 22nd of June, Swarm versus the Admirals at Botany. Really compacted into the season. Oh, what a pass up to Kozak, who got taken down, and we'll get our first penalty of the game. Do we? No?
No.
Maybe not. We're going to get a tripping penalty on Kozak, but referee deemed it a fair contest.
I think Swarm are going to get a bit mad, or frustrated soon, with the stick broken in the last period and the trip just then.
Yeah, they maybe have claimed for a couple of penalties potentially going their way. Shot, score! Michael Atwell off the draw, puts it past Shook, and this game is tied.
Yeah, I guess that negates the need for a penalty.
Yeah, if you don't get a penalty, just score.
Yeah.
Here's Darley, just maybe a bit of a tie-up, and there's off the draw. Atwell so quick. Shook didn't have that his right-hand side covered up, and bit of traffic in front makes all the difference when you're putting a shot through. 2-2 here in Dunedin, just under 4.5 minutes left in the second period. This has definitely felt like the Swarm have had the better of the period.
Yes, they've definitely come back hard. Phoenix Thunder are getting a bit overwhelmed, I think, by the teamwork, the leaving the player out in front of the net, you know.
Steen sends it in for the Swarm. Darling will try and pick it up in the corner. Carroll's there with him, trying to fight against the bigger man. Flight sends it in towards Hurry, but it was in behind. He'll leave it behind there. Carroll sends it in deep. Steen will be the first man there for the Swarm. Schroyer tries to poke it past him. Gets it to the middle, Steen, and it's cleared out by Jacob Hurry. Pulls up. Leaves it there for Darling. Darling is fighting. He's tied up. He's downward towel. Here comes Carroll. Schroyer. He's got a man going towards the net. And it doesn't get to Steen. Shuck will get the cover. We'll get a whistle. Big thank you to Dunedin Ice Stadium, another sponsor for the Dunedin Thunder this year, of course. That's where we play the game. Got one of the best ice surfaces in the country, I think. I'm a bit biased. Certainly one of the best facilities. We had the Worlds here for the New Zealand men and women teams, and it was a fantastic show and couldn't have been done without such a fantastic stadium. Kyle March just fanned on the pass as the turnover again by the Thunder puts him in a dangerous position. Centering pass, trying to get a stick on that was number 36. Shakaden Pang. Hard shot on Grace Harrison, but she makes another good save. Cole Beckstead skates it in behind the net, looking to the front, couldn't get it there. Stegman got a stick on that one, almost created a turnover. Stegman plays it down for Eden. Eden tried to get it to the centre for Beckstead. Nice stick there from Kyle March. Gets the puck and clears it up ice. And now it allows the Swarm to get a change. Stegman brings it in. Waters towards the front, tipped it on, but Grace Harrison kicked that right leg out. Making another good save. Grace Harrison, she's on form here. Here comes Atwell, scored the second goal, puts a shot on, goes across the pads. Kodsty. Kozak with the follow-up shot from the side. Too much of an angle. Coming onto this one is Jacob Hurren. He's going to win the race. But it's a high stick.
Ooh.
So that's the reason for the whistle. Played it with a high stick. more sponsors we like to thank here. Battery Town, power behind the Phoenix Thunder. More drainage. iTicket, where you can buy all your tickets for the Phoenix Thunder and the New Zealand women. No, the Thunder women, of course. Swift Contracting, Calder Stewart, Dan Ferguson Property Brokers, of course, who sponsored the Player of the Day. Don't forget to head to Instagram, Phoenix Thunder _NZIHL to vote for your Player of the Day. ProFlow Plumbing and Gas, thank you very much. Anytime Fitness, Liquorland NUA, and Commercials on Kaikarai. Big thank you to all those sponsors for helping out the team this year. We appreciate that very muchly. Flight takes a shot off the draw, kicked out by Harrison. Trying that same move, then Atwell scored on just minutes earlier. Just under 2 minutes left in this second period. Play out in front, Pokodsky couldn't get the shot away. Here he is, leaving it for Wimmer. Wimmer shoots, and it's into the breadbasket of Toby Shook, makes the save. I feel like this is probably one of the most even years in the NZIHL in many, many years. Leanne, how long have you been watching the NZIHL?
Oh, this is going into my third year now, so came down for uni and watched the Thunder men play, and then decided I wanted to play as well, so
good stuff.
Here I am.
Yeah. Representing Dunedin with the Women Thunder, of course, you are.
Yes.
Scoring goals too, some lovely goals.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure commentating the Thunder Women this year.
Oh, we've been loving it, Matt.
Here comes Chris Eden, walking into the zone, leaves it for Ordis, dances to the middle, takes a shot, in Chris Eden gets the rebound and puts it home, and that's a beautiful goal from the Phoenix Thunder to put them back in front.
I gotta say, awesome work by Ordis there to get it through, get the puck through for Chris to get that goal in there. Got through 3 players.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh, sorry, 2. No, 3, yeah.
1, 2. And then, Grace Harrison was extended all the way out. There's not a lot she can do when she's down prone like that, as Chris Eden managed to lift it up over the pads from close range too.
Yeah, well, good work from the Thunder. Let's see what the Swarm can do to get back for it.
They don't have a lot of time in the second period with 60 seconds remaining. Hurry puts it back for Stegman. He's got no one up ice. He floats one up softly. Not able to get a stick on it was Bigstead, but no icing. Comes up the boards. It's in the centre. Dances around, gets taken down. It's there on the side for Eden, but couldn't get it.
Sorry, I've just noticed. I think Ian's back on the line with Chris and Cole.
He is. They've kind of loaded up that last shift of the period to try and maybe put something together.
Yeah.
See what the changes are here. Bigstead, Ian and Eden will remain out there. Stegman and Schroyer, so this is the power play line they usually run with. They haven't had a chance to put it together tonight with no penalties so far. They've got 30 seconds. If they can win position here, they can go to work. Comes back for Wimmer, who takes a shot from Bigstead. Eden picks it up on the far side.
Got a lot of time. Nice.
Puts it to Schroyer. Trying to find a lane through. Shoots it. Goes past the glove and in behind. Eden, 2 players on him. Puts it into the corner. Ian Ordis couldn't corral it. Jumping in as Schroyer. Puts it towards the net. And behind, Ian Ordis trying to get it to the front. But Luke Simon jams it up and keeps him in behind the net, so it doesn't come out in front. And how's the father in behind the net team? The period, not a lot going on there, just a couple of grabs of the shirt.
Getting a bit rowdy. We'll see what the last period's got to give.
It's going to be an exciting one. There's only 1 goal between these 2 teams. Shots are tied at 20 apiece. Really is anyone's game.
No, Thunder needs this this win so they can tie up with the Swarm on the points table. So I imagine they're going to be a bit hungry coming back in for the third period to try to keep that lead.
Poor old Grace Harrison, she's been left hang by a team. She's exiting the rink last with all the Phoenix Thunder, so I'm sure she doesn't mind that. You know, goalies are a strange breed, aren't they?
Yes.
It's a lonely job in
I'm
net.
not going to comment on that one. You might get in trouble.
It's a lonely job in net, you know, so you really are sort of hanging out by yourself for almost half of the game, depending on how it goes. Human slingshot is our intermission entertainment for period, the second intermission. Haven't seen this one for a wee while. Let's have a look at the scoring from the second period. Evan Carroll, assisted by Ivan Dalmatel, got the Swarm on the board to start the second period. That was only after a minute and 3 seconds. And then Michael Atwell tied the game up, assisted by Balint Podsti, before Chris Eden put the Phoenix Thunder back out in front, assisted by Ian Ortis and Cole Bexted. And they still haven't given Luke Stegman that assist on Morgan Blair's goal, which, I don't know, maybe there was, I had to go back and look at it, maybe there was a touch from a
I don't know, it looked like a clear shot across the ice from this end.
Pretty clean pass, but, you know, maybe the referee saw a touch on it from one of the Swarm, which negates that.
We believe that's Cole Bexted's 18th assist for the season.
Yeah, he really is playmaker. He's got 21 points and 18 of them are assists. So we know he can score though.
Yes,
he can absolutely rip the shot. So look, don't discount him from scoring those goals. I haven't got any names for the human slingshot, unfortunately. The volunteers who run this, we thank you very much for getting it all together. So the human slingshot is just a massive rubber band tied in between the sides of the boards, and then we just take someone and fire them at a couple of buckets. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 participants. Here's the first one, and they're going to go wide, looks like it, not even going to get anywhere near the bucket. So 0 points for our first participant. Sorry, no points for you.
Get off the ice.
Yep, see you later, mate. No prize for not getting anything.
Yeah.
Here's our second participant. Hey, this one looks like a little bit lighter, and then a lot faster. A lot straighter too. Oh, yes! Taking out the middle bucket, taking a couple with them.
How did she get so much speed on that thing?
Just, you know, it's a combination of being a little bit lighter in frame.
Yeah. She looked like she was shocked with the speed as well.
Yeah. Less drag, you see. Smaller frame, lighter on the ice. And I see this is going to be a slow burn, this one too.
Yeah.
They really need to pull this one back.
Oh, still hanging on.
Here we go. Doing the full 180.
And he hits.
Oh, he's taking them out. He's taking out more because he spread himself out wide. Good tactics.
Strategic,
yeah. Good to see them all wearing their helmets as well. You know, safety first on the ice, of course. When we're flinging you across the ice, you know, on a sled.
The only time you really want to be wearing a helmet.
Participant number 4, ready to go, and off like a rocket, straight down the guts. Can they take out? Yeah, nice work. Couple of buckets, of course, scattering shards of plastic all over the ice. And we're glad we've got a groom to happen after this, but volunteers will have a job picking up all those scraps.
Best part of being a volunteer, right?
All right. Got ourselves a game here in Dunedin, folks. It's 3-2 after 2 periods. Phoenix Thunder in the lead, but with 20 minutes remaining, it is anyone's game. Don't go away. We'll see you very soon for period 3.
just need a rhyme.
If you love me good, good, good with the moon and the sun comes up, then I love you too. I do, 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 do. Come on, get me in a mood, 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 mood. I don't wanna think about the world before you. Tunnel vision, I only know you. Lying in my arms like I won the lottery. Wonder if you ever get lightheaded at the thought of me, right? You feel so right. Insomnia, you're keeping me up at night. I'm calling in sick, 'cause I'm sick in love. I must admit you got me spinning like a carousel light. I'm upside down, go round and round and round and round. You're lightning, baby, don't you let me down. If you love me good, good, good with the moon and the sun comes up, then I love you too. I do, 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 do. Come on, get me in a mood, 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 mood. Come on, get
No mai hoki mai. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this weekend's action here at the Dunedin Ice Stadium. It's the NZIHL 2025. We're about halfway through the season, and we got two teams currently in third and fourth on the table, battling it out here in Dunedin. Currently, after two periods, it's the Phoenix Thunder up 3-2, but that was a much stronger period for the Botany Swarm, and they had plenty of chances, Liani, to score. They just couldn't put the puck in the net for a lot of them, but they did end up scoring two, so they'll be happy with that.
Good comeback. See what they can do this period. Sure, they got a lot of energy to burn.
Yeah, it's only the first game of the weekend. They probably have travelled down today, so I know when I travel, either be plane or by car, anything over a couple of hours, and
Yeah,
just
it really takes you out of you, doesn't it?
you just don't have that same energy. Your legs are stiff, legs are tight, but these guys are almost professional players. A lot of them, they probably train similar to a lot of professional players, or semi-amateur anyway.
Yeah.
So they can shake that off. They train hard, they stretch.
Yeah, it'll be Thunder's turn to travel on the 28th and 29th when they're playing in Christchurch against the Red Devils. So see if they can shake off it like an athlete there.
They've yet to play the Red Devils this year. They got 4 games against the Red Devils coming up in the next month. It's actually, like I think I mentioned earlier, it's a really condensed end of the season. They've had big breaks with the World Championships, but in the next 6 weeks we've got every weekend we have hockey. So yeah, really exciting for the NZIHL fans out there. Underway for period 3.
Yeah, Devils having a hard time getting into the season. Sitting on 3 points below Thunder at 12.
Yeah, just the one win for them.
Yeah, take a bit to get some points on the table if they want to make the playoffs, but hey, I think it's Thunder's turn to make playoffs, isn't it?
Wow, that's what we hope. Down here in Dunedin, we certainly hope so.
Yeah.
They've got a team that can send them there at this year with some really great imports, and the addition of someone like Chris Eden, just adding depth to the squad. Here's a chance for Jackson Flight, another one off the draw. Good save by Harrison. Kozak will fire this one down ice. Schroyer leaves it for Darling, who had Kozak on his heels, and he almost turns the puck over. Still loose. Atwell couldn't get it to the point. Out comes Joe Orr. Takes it up the right-hand side. Trying to centre it towards Hurring, but it was between the legs of Hurring. Kozak will bring it in. Pulls up with no support. Lost it. Still has it actually, Kozak. Goes to the middle, but knocked away by Orr. And Swarm have to regroup in neutral zone. Here comes Luke Simon. Fires a hard shot down low. Schroyer up the half-boards. Knocked off the stick of Matt Enright. Thunder recover. Get it to neutral. Here comes Chris Eden. Takes a drag and shot. Knocked away by Harrison. Big Sid puts it back down low for Eden. Stegman had it. Yeah, put it down behind the net for Big Sid. Looks to the point for Blair. Into his feet, but he gathers the puck. Tried to put it in behind. It's been deflected by Simon into the netting, so we'll have a whistle, and the draw will be down in the Swarm zone. So far, as we mentioned in the previous period, no penalties so far in this game, which is very odd. These are physical teams, and probably seen a couple of things that might have been called.
I know Jodie Lewis is a bit upset about not having anyone in the penalty box. She loves her penalty box. She had so much fun over the Worlds.
Chris Eden had a chance there, but he couldn't get his shot through. Here comes Corral. He shoots it. It's a big rebound in front. Corral couldn't collect it though, as it fell down in front of the blue paint. Here comes Bigstead. He's got some speed. He's got some room. Goes to the backhand, and he scores!
22 points. Pretty impressive.
Cole Big said, I'm not sure if he scored on the initial shot or if he had to collect the rebound. Maybe the replay will pick that up for us, but showed a lot of toe. Goes to the backhand right here. Oh yeah, the follow-up shot. Grace Harrison made the initial stop. And he had to reach back and get that second shot in there, but he got it in. And the fans are up to applause. Happy to see their team up by 2 again.
You know, we've talked about Toby Shuck's pads being bright yellow. I think that's actually a strategic move because I've heard goalkeepers in football wear fluoro, so the players shoot straight at them.
Oh.
And that's just what happened.
I see. Yeah. It's sort of, the eyes are drawn, and you kind of shoot where your eyes are looking. So you look up that really quick, you know, where do I pick my spot? Oh, look at that. There's some bright yellow pads.
There's no white spot. I can't see any gap.
Played ahead by Stiley, and Ian Ortis tries to win the race to get the puck free for his team. Both teams battle away, but the Thunder come away with it. Lewis played it back in behind the net. Reed Cole can't get the puck up ice and bouncing over the stick of Lewis. Swarm got away with a lucky bounce there.
Puck bouncing all over the place, it seems.
Ian Ortis evades a couple of players, gets it down low. He wants to change. Sandoy across to Tula. He put it into the feet of flight and wins possession. Leaves it for Schroyer. Steps around Tula. Puts it to the front and just out of the reach of Joe Waugh. Follow-up shot. Hits a couple players and bounces into the netting.
Some good opportunities there, just out of reach.
So last time these two teams met was up in Auckland. That was in April. Thunder started the weekend with a good win over the Swarm, 3-1. But then the Swarm came back in the second game, winning 7-2.
Let's hope it's not the same kind of weekend.
It just goes to show how close these teams are this year. Another shot from Flight off the draw. This one not clean. It doesn't get through to Grace Harrison. But a nice sort of play. Oh, great pass. Here comes the Swarm trying to get through. He's not going to get a penalty call. Yes, actually he is. The arm is up. And Pokodsky gets the penalty.
Yeah, it's really hard. And you come to a bit of desperation to try and get the puck back on a breakaway like that. But kind of always ends up on the penalty shot, doesn't it?
Schroyer is going to sit for 2 minutes for that, and it's going to be penalty shot. So will Schroyer sit for 2 minutes? He's trying to confer with the linesman. My understanding is if it's a penalty shot, then the 2 minutes doesn't count.
Yeah, you know, I thought that was the rule as well.
Wipe that out. So here is Balint Pokodsky, the import player for the Swarm, up against Toby Shook, trying to bring his team to within 1. Goes to the backhand, and he puts it through the blue paints. Shook made the initial stop, and I think that was probably going to get wiped out after that anyway. You don't get the rebound opportunity, I believe. There's the initial save. No, maybe not. Maybe he just went past the skates there. It's kind of hard to tell looking closely at the...
Oh, it came off his skate.
Came off his skate. So does that negate it there? Do you know, Leonie? You do a little bit of reffing.
Not at this level, sorry. I haven't had my chance at reffing a penalty shot yet.
Either way, he missed the follow-up shot. So, unfortunately for the Swarm, doesn't convert on that penalty shot, and then there's no penalty as well. So they don't get the advantage of the 5-on-4. So we got denied our first power play of the game. Turnaround shot by Enright gets knocked away by Grace Harrison. Another turnaround shot. That was Chris Eden stepping out in front.
Eden NRI have some good chemistry going on here.
Yeah, I just wish one of their names didn't start with E.
We've got a J line, we've got an E line, an EB line.
Here comes the Swarm with Dalmatau heading towards the net, but a good job by Stegman. Jammed the play up on the boards. Big step. No, sorry, that was Eden. Getting it to Joe Orr. Joe Orr dances around one, goes to the backhand, and he can't get it through as Grace Harrison spread eagled across the blue paint. Makes the big save. Hurry shoots, hard shot, but a big save again by Grace Harrison. Oh my word, she is outstanding in there.
I gotta say, it was quite funny seeing all the posters at the Worlds talking about Joe Orr's mouth guard out of his mouth.
He chews that thing like it's...
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it in his mouth once.
It's almost like a bit of a comfort thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Just chewing on it. Swarm will get it out of the zone. And Cole was there to try and win the puck. Fighting hard, causing some chaos down and below.
Lewis holding his mouth.
Yeah, looks like he's taking a shot, but there's no arm up, so Swarm have dodged a bullet there, if that's what it was, a stick into the mouth. Just trying to show everyone who will listen.
Might be a controversial take, but I think if you're not wearing a cage,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, how do you draw a penalty if you're not wearing a visor when you get stuck in the mouth like that?
I think he's wearing a mouth guard though, so I got to give it to him.
He's not chewing on it like Joe
yeah.
Orr, so might have saved him a missing tooth. Shot from Wimmer gets deflected in front. Thunder liking that one. Here comes Jack Lewis.
Oh.
Just a little bit stopped there on the blue paint as he tried to cut to the middle. A couple of players in the way. Order centre to the middle.
Oh.
There's going to be an opportunity for
Oh.
Cole, but Shook come out to play it. Cole just didn't have the speed to catch up to it. Here comes Ian Ordis. Jack Lewis goes to the net, leaves it for Schroyer, whose shot is deflected up high into the net. And we'll get a whistle.
You could see Lewis was kind of dialed in to get a goal there after getting smacked in the face. So just unfortunate collision at the blue line.
Someone else will be looking for a goal. It's Mark Schroyer, who hasn't able to put the puck in the net yet for the Thunder so far. You want to get that monkey off his back. Sooner rather than later, we know he can rip it from the point, but he's been deferring to passing it more often than not. Darling got it to Orr, who tried to deflect that one on. Here's an opportunity for Kozak. Takes a shot, and he was offside. And it's been a theme of the night, hasn't it, Liani? The Swarm trying to get those stretch passes with their player up high.
Yeah, offside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's working for them though. It's just, you know, they've had, 3 now in the past few minutes?
Yeah, they got the penalty shot
because
of a pass like that. But that penalty, that pass that led to the penalty shot was amazing because there was 2 Thunder players in the way and it still got through to Bukodsky and made a good show of it too. Took it to the net.
Well, you know the saying, you don't know if it'll happen unless you try it.
That's right. Wish I could thread the needle like that, eh? You know, from the point, from the back. Swarm are trying to get it to the front, but the defence collapsed around them. Take the puck away. Schroyer will turn it back for Joel Orr. A little bit of room. Flight into the skates of Hurry, but they're in the zone. Actually, no, they're not. It's an offside.
Bit unfortunate there. I think that bounced off his skate as he was entering the zone, I believe. But, you know, ref sees better than I do.
Just like a split second too late on the pass. But, you know, in hockey, a split second is everything. You know, 1 minute, it's a lead pass right on the tape. The next thing you know, it's passing to the skates or in behind and the play is stopped and going the other way. The next thing you know, there's a goal scored on you. Morgan Blair takes a loose puck and just fires it down low.
Yeah, Thunder women know that all too well after our game on Saturday.
Oh, yeah?
Losing the Auckland had the puck, lost it, and Liam Melinda scores top corner within,
That was like 3 minutes to go in the game or something like that after a 0-0 game. That was a wonderful result for the Thunder women.
Yeah, it's exciting to finally see Auckland lose a game as bad as that sounds after a whole year of wins,
They're pretty dominant at the moment, and people do tend to like to see.
And we have a penalty.
We do too. It's on Morgan Blair. So it's a penalty against the Dunedin Thunder.
Lydia's sister shaking her head in disappointment.
We'll see the referee make the motion for what the call is. A tripping call on Morgan Blair. He'll sit for 2 minutes, giving the Botany Swarm the first power play of the game. Botany Swarm's power play sitting at a league low, 24.14%. Scored 7 goals on 29 power plays. FedEx Thunder penalty kill 66.67, so pretty low in general standards. And are they going to get another one here? What's the call?
I think that was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no, that is unfortunate. Mark Schroyer cleared it up. Oh, there was a stick there. I'm surprised the referee didn't
Is it delay of game?
call that one. It's a delay of game call. Yep. So he's fired it up over the glass with it without anything touching it.
Yeah, it's
on the way out.
So I think those ones are a bit marginal, right?
That's a massive penalty kill here.
Yeah.
5-on-3 for an extended period of time too, a minute 50 pretty much. Pakodski lays it across for Sandoy. Down to Atwell. Back to Sandoy. Atwell steps in, chucks it low, bounces off the pads of Shook. And Cole Bigstead's got an opportunity just to lazily skate this one. Throws it up to Ian Ordis. Ian Ordis has got Sandoy to beat. Atwell joins him and Kozak as well, so he's going to turn it back and just take some more time off the clock.
Goal off the thing, was it? Yeah, I think net, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good spotting, Liani.
It happened a while ago, though.
Did it? Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't call that earlier.
Yeah. So Thunder managed to kill off a bit of time just playing around with the puck. Draw will be... Thunder had the puck.
I feel...
So it seems...
I
don't know the call, but it seems a little unfair that the Thunder had the puck and then the draw will be in their own zone.
I think centre ice should have been a fair call there.
Anyway, it is a draw to the left of Toby Shook. Evan Corral will take the draw, wins it to the side. Stegman, though, does a good job of winning the puck back for the Thunder, clearing it out. Stegman, Flight, and Bigstead are the penalty killers for the Phoenix Thunder, 5-on-3. Dalmatau to Carroll, back up to Dalmatau on the point. Fires one through, gets it to the front, and it goes out to the side, and it's Koptev putting it, that's March, putting it in behind Shook on the rebound. It was just sitting there in the blue paint.
Yeah, you kind of expect to be scored on in a 5v3. Unfortunate for the Thunder, but...
And a wild celebration from Kyle March. Absolutely loving that one. Fighting for position in front of the net.
Loses a stick.
Yeah.
Still celebrates.
It's it's a powerful celebration. You love to see it. Yeah. Brings the Botany Swarm to within one, and they've still got 50 seconds on the power play. Improving their power play percentage with that one. And they got an opportunity here again with the extra man. They can tie this game here. Here comes Dalmatell. Moves around
So
Darling.
dangerous.
Yeah, he's got lovely hands. Very nice hands. He can beat players one-on-one with ease. Simon, the Dalmatell shot blocked in front by Chris Eden. To the point to Simon. Takes the shot.
Number 22 in the corner was calling for it for that one timer.
Oh,
But he
what
just
a
didn't see it.
strange bounce there off the clear. Again, Ian Ordis tried to find Eden, who was trying to escape the zone. Simon steps in, takes a shot. It goes around the boards. Nicely done. Kept in by Pakodsty. Back on the ice is Schroyer. Trying across for Dalmatell. Played up the boards by Darling, and it's the Phoenix Thunder who escaped the zone. That was tipped by Carroll, so it's no icing. Sandoy has it for the Swarm. He'll bring it up ice. Finds Pakodsty. Threw it in. Stegman. Big pass across ice from Flight to Blair. Blair stepped around one. Takes a shot and off the pads of Grace Harrison. That one was going across the front. Flight in behind, trying to work to the front. Goes back on net. It's loose off to the side. Flight has it. He's getting tied up. No call on the puck. He was calling for a whistle, hoping for a hooking. Here comes Pakodsty and Stegman. Nice stick work. Stops him from getting too far and deep. Kozak fighting in the corner. Taken away from him, and Stegman will get the clear, but doesn't go out. Atwell up the boards, picked up by Joe Orr. Joe Orr up through the middle, over the line, trying to go around the defence. Gets tied up, taken down. That will be a penalty against the Swarm. Another delay of game call. You don't see them too often. We've had two here in succession.
Now we have a power play for the Thunder.
Yeah.
Only took how long?
50 minutes.
Yeah. Let's see what they can do. Got Beckstead, Stegman, Schroyer, Eden and Ordis.
Yeah, this is the line we saw at the end of the second period when they had about a minute left to try and get some offense going. And this is the normal power play. We've seen this a lot over the season.
Good to see the two imports on the line together as well.
This has been a really good power play for a really good power play unit for the Thunder. They've actually probably looked like one of the best ones out there at any given time. But just trying to go through my notes here. They're sitting second on power play percentage at 32.26, so pretty good going.
Very strong players out there. You can see why it's so successful though.
Yeah, you got some really standout defensemen. Stegman can absolutely blister a shot in. He floats a pass across to Beckstead here. Schroyer's on the point. He's the quarterback, as they like to call him. Ian Ordis couldn't get it to the front. It's knocked down with a high stick by Dalmatell, but Schroyer was able to get it. Knocked away by Corral. Schroyer plays it to Ordis down the side, who puts it in behind for Eden. Good recovery from the Phoenix Thunder. It looked like the puck was bobbling around there, but they get it back into steady the ship mode. Moving it around. Nothing sort of dangerous so far towards the net. Ian Ordis,
Just
backhand pass to Stegman, gets picked off. And Swarm able to get a change there. Thunder stick with the same unit. Schroyer gets it to Beckstead. He'll skate it into the zone. Just lost it. Look to try and pull the trigger perhaps. Stegman. Schroyer puts one through, almost got it to Eden, but it just went past the stick. That one took him. That one took a deflection off Simon too, just went wide. Bigstead. Step into the middle, leaves it for Schroyer. Schroyer steps in, puts it across to Eden, but it doesn't get through to him.
Wide open net there too if he had that. Oh. Yeah,
Bigstead's drawn a penalty. Schroyer is going to step into the middle, leaves it for Stegman, takes a shot and it's deflected wide. Extra attacker on. It's 6 on 4 here. Jacob Hurring is the puck. He's on for the power play. Schroyer to the top. Penalty is over. But March is celebrating another goal as the puck went into the empty net. But the whistle had gone about 5 seconds earlier.
Yeah.
It brings about another penalty on the Swarm. So the Thunder will go back on power play, albeit with a different power play unit out there now, power play unit number 2. I'm surprised they didn't give the puck up there. When they got that second penalty, you've got a 5-on-3 opportunity if you turn the puck over to the Swarm, but they elected not to do that.
Maybe just trying to waste time, I guess. I don't know.
Joe War. Yeah. I mean, hey, it's a strategy when you get that penalty on a 5-on-4 and you know you're going to 5-on-3.
Oh, good recovery by Orr to get that back.
Enright. Across to Blair. Blair shoots. Big rebound. Oh, and Matt Enright got something on it, but I'm not sure how that didn't go in.
Stick lifted as it kind of caused it to go up.
Big rebound. Oh, yeah, as he sort of got the stick on it, someone else's stick was there as well. So a short-lived power play unit for number 2. And the number 1 unit comes back out there. It's Luke Simon out there with March, Koptev and Wimmer as the penalty killing unit. They win the draw and Wimmer has an opportunity to clear it, but he can't do it. Bigstead with it, shoots off the chest of Harrison. Waters has it, gets it down low to Bigstead, who plays up top to Schroyer. Bigstead to Schroyer just off the stick, and his pass is over the stick of Bigstead. Ortis across to Stegman. Schroyer shoots, big block in front from Wimmer, and he gets another opportunity to clear it up ice, and he does so. The movement from the Thunder is not bad. It's not quite snappy enough to really give the defence too much trouble though. Schroyer pulls up, picked up by Ortis. He takes it in behind the net. The big set out to the side. Here's it for Ortis. Stegman. I love to see Stegman at the top there and just firing those hard shots like we know he can. Bigstead picks it up, steps to the front. There's a shot there from Chris Eden, just goes wide.
Almost got, is that his hit? Would have been his hat trick.
There goes Stegman firing it. No, that's Schroyer going wide. Schroyer again had his stick raised, ready for it. Ian Ortis in front, got the shot on, but there's a whistle and player's been knocked over. Ian Ortis is at the bottom of that pile up.
Grace Harrison moving out.
Yeah, just got to escape that, don't you?
Let boys be boys.
Just got to get out of there. Hope no one falls on you.
Yeah.
Ian Ortis had a good couple pokes at that one, and then Remy Sandoy knocks him over and lies on top of him. Nervous crowd watching on here. It's a 1-goal game. Got just under 5 minutes left. Power play over for the Phoenix Thunder. Jackson shoots low and hard, but another kick saved by Grace Harrison. That's worked a number of times. From Steen, his shot blocked, but it gets through actually. I thought it was blocked initially by Morgan Blair.
Toby Shuck doing his job.
Yeah, he's got to stop those ones where he can. You know, it's a 1-goal game. Every stop counts now.
31 shots for Thunder, 25 for the Swarm.
Carroll up against Joe War. Comes back for the Swarm. They play it down low. First one there will be Jacob Haring. Dalmatel. Hey, puts a shot on, goes wide. And Jacob Haring is fighting for the puck. He gets it up the boards and out into the neutral zone. Luke Simon turns it over to Jacob Haring. Can he get a shot away? No, Luke Simon recovers well and then puts a head on Joe War, who just managed to evade it without getting the full brunt.
Swarm seemed to be rattled a bit here. Almost lost it to Jacob there and then passed it straight back into a Thunder player when he tried to pass behind the goal. So fine-tune some of the plays.
Big set up the right-hand side. Step into the middle, trying to get through a couple of defenders. He gets hooked and taken down, but there's no call. And I think we've got the net off, maybe, is the whistle there.
Maybe just to calm the players down after, to check that Beckstead was alright. Almost a full-on hit to the boards.
He did well to fight through about 3 or 4 players, but couldn't get the hands free to get the shot away.
Players getting a bit chippy. It's a very tight game, so that's expected.
Yeah, the tensions are high, aren't they? When you get down to the final minutes of the game and there's only 1 goal in it, or it's a tie game, you know, every sort of little thing counts. You're trying to get any advantage you can. Beckstead picks up the loose puck in behind. Taken away from him. Kozak plays it across for Podkodsty. Beckstead off the boards. Doesn't come out though. Funny bounce. Does now. Beckstead stole it. He's got Matt Enright with him. Floats it across for Regan Wilson. Put it towards the middle for Enright. Throws it in behind. Eden couldn't take it away from Sandoy. Simon dancing away from Ordis. Floats it across for Sandoy. Up the middle for Dalmatel. Dalmatel can't work his way through past Schroyer. He plays it up the boards to Ordis. Takes a late hit. Regan Wilson. Sorry, that was Enright. Left it for Haring, who got it back to Enright, who couldn't dance around Harrison. That would have been a beauty. Luke Simon stepping to the middle, takes a shot, but it's well wide of the goal. Ordis floats it up to the neutral zone. Past Evan Carroll, will pick it up. Plenty of time for him. Gets it back in behind the net.
Carroll making a big impact tonight. I think he's been a key player in all the lead-ups to their goals, really.
Playing a bit of pitch and catch. The Swarm behind their own net and in their own zone. They finally get it up ice. Pass goes past Tula. And Beckstead able to pick it up and get it out of the zone. Thunderhead possession. Stegman looking for flight up the middle, but it's picked off by Podkodsty. He takes a shot from a sharp angle and it's kept out by Shook. It's in behind the net for the Swarm. Into the front for Atwell, who puts a shot just wide. And coming back in front was Dalmatel. He just put it off the side of the net. That one's been knocked out of the air into either the bench or the netting. I'm not too sure, but it's a whistle either way.
I think we're getting a timeout here.
Thunder lucky to get away with one there with Michael Atwell right in front with a glorious opportunity. just put it past the post.
You could see Dalmatel too, right on the post, trying to get it in as well. Trying to use his skills, but D's were doing their job well.
Timeout called by Botany Swarm. They're going to have possession in the Thunder end. So will they? Looks like they have pulled Grace Harrison for that extra attacker. So they'll be 6-on-5 with 1:19 to go. Empty net. Thunder can score one in the empty net here to put themselves up by 2 and maybe take the game away. But first they've got to win the puck. Atwell doesn't win it clean. But Swarm do come away with it. Big Sid with a shot from long range. That goes wide and that'll be icing. Great opportunity there as he picked up the puck as it came through the middle. Just couldn't get it on net.
Imagine he's hitting himself on the head going, open goal, how do you miss that?
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of want to get those ones in when you can. With the amount of time he had,
Yes.
Atwell does get a good win. Comes back to Simon. Simon's shot gets through. They score to tie this game. The deflection in front beats Toby Shook, and it's 4-4 here in Dunedin. And that's what you get for winning those draws. Low shot and deflected up and over the pads of Shook, and that's number 25, I think it was. Joshua Rawudi. Let's go to the stats page. Of course, we're going to look that up. We don't need to be left guessing.
Yeah, it felt like as soon as the face-off went, Thunder struggled to set up. They just capitalised on it and got the goal.
Still a minute to play here, so plenty of time if you watch hockey enough. You know that a minute is a very long time. But could we be heading to overtime? It would be.
My bets are on overtime.
Yeah, it'll be the first time Thunder have gone to overtime this year, I think. Here in Dunedin, anyway, at least. Schroyer fires this one up ice. Chris Eden will try and get to this one first. He's got a battle on his hands with Luke Simon. 2 New Zealand teammates. And Ian Alderson there as well with Dalmatel. Look at that. It's an all New Zealand representative affair over there in the corner. Here comes Dalmatel with just under 20 seconds left. Trying to get around Bigstead. Bigstead puts the stick in there and breaks up that play. Dalmatel has to get back. Turned over to Eden. Sent ahead by Aldis, but it's a bouncing puck. Carroll finds Dalmatel. He lost it to Bigstead. It was offside, but the whistle goes and the buzzer go at the same time. So we are going to overtime, Liani.
Should have put money on it.
Should have put money on it. Not sure if you can.
No.
My mistake. That final goal was Andre Kozak, so number 28. Looked like a 25 to me. Assisted by Luke Simon and Michael Atwell. So there you go. The tying goal goes to Andre Kozak.
Atwell's playing a great game, I think. Yeah, he's been so sturdy. Oh, comments are brutal.
Don't read them. Right, we so overtime here in the NZIHL goes to 3-on-3 for 5 minutes. And if that doesn't finish the game, then we go to a shootout, which is a 5 shootout format, best of 5. But the goal of 3-on-3 is to try and
Maintain possession.
They did have 5-on-5 overtimes for a while there, but it's hard to score 5-on-5 at the best of times. They're hoping that 3-on-3 creates more scoring opportunities, and it certainly does. It's a very exciting format, 3-on-3.
Yeah, it's been a reoccurring theme recently, like the New Zealand Women's Ice Hockey League, Canterbury and Wakatipu, or Canterbury and Auckland, now got to mention Oilers versus Panthers.
It's just 3-on-3 is just really exciting, and we saw it last year. They had the 3-on-3 tournament up there in Queensland, which they're not doing this
Yeah.
year with good reason. There was a lot of other things going on with the World Championship and all that. But it just creates a lot of scoring opportunities. It's free flowing. There's players get a chance to show their speed and their hands too.
Yeah.
They can more one-on-one opportunities. I love it. It's good to see. I'm just going through. I don't think the Phoenix Thunder have had any overtime games this year, and I'm right. So this is their first time playing 3-on-3.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see the setups then.
Just looking at, has there been any overtimes this year at all? Doesn't look like there's been any overtime at all this year. So this is the first overtime in the whole NZIHL 2025. Can you believe that?
How do we think Toby's going to hold up for this?
Well,
He's
it's
been playing.
first game back.
Yeah.
First game
But
back.
tough.
You probably didn't want it to go to overtime because.
But I bet he doesn't want to go to shootouts more.
No. Shootouts are a goalie's worst nightmare,
Yeah.
right?
You can see it in his head. He's like,
It's while we've got a wee break here before we get started, let's recap the scoring. So first period, Morgan Blair and Cole Bigstead put the Thunder up by 2. Then coming back with the Swarm with Evan Carroll and Michael Atwell in the second period before Chris Eden right near the end of the second period put the Phoenix Thunder up 3-2. Cole Bigstead gave the Thunder a 2-goal lead early in the third period before Kyle March on the power play, and then Andre Kozak with that extra attacker on the ice with just over a minute remaining in the period tied it up. And this is why we're here 3-on-3, first time this year in 2025.
got Order, Speckset and Stegman on together. No surprises there.
But Kodsti, Kozak and Sandoy out there for the Swarm. Bigstead trying to move early in. It scores! 20 seconds into 3-on-3. Cole Bigstead shows us why he is one of the top players in this league. What a move. Powered his way to the front of the net and puts it past Harrison for the winner.
The celebration definitely deserves it.
Look at this power move around, but Kodsti to the backhand, and Grace Harrison just couldn't move from her right to the left in time to get across and make the save. And the Thunder fans,
Yeah, it almost felt like the D's didn't put any pressure on there really, and it kind of left Grace to sort it out.
well,
But
hey, I talked about how much room these players had with 3-on-3, all the room with less players on the ice, and Cole Bigstead, when he gets his legs moving and pumping, he's
hard to stop.
so fast.
Well, good for Toby. Didn't have to try it.
He didn't have to make a single save in overtime, which I'm sure he's happy about.
Is that an overtime shutout?
Overtime shutout. So that's it, folks, for the first game of this weekend. The Phoenix Thunder take the win in overtime, 5-4. The hero Cole Bigstead with the OTGWG. I think I might have the player of the game. And it's going to Toby Shook for his return performance,
Well
first
deserved.
of the year. Gets the W and puts the Phoenix Thunder tied third spot on the table for now. Still got a game tomorrow, game number 2 of the weekend. That is at 6 o'clock tomorrow with 5:45 warm-up. So make sure you're tuning in to that game, 6 o'clock tomorrow. I'll be here. I may have someone joining me. It won't be Liani. She's done her dash. She's had a taste of the commentary live. She's had a good time, haven't you?
I might be back.
You might be back.
You've convinced me.
Yeah, I've got someone who might be able to join me tomorrow, Liani. So if you're here watching, you could be a late call-up. Anyway, thank you for joining us, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the production and the game. It's been very exciting. My name's Matt Whiffen. This is Liani Goodman beside me. And on behalf of everyone here bringing you this, thank you for joining us. We will see you tomorrow.